I'm Adrian Peterson of the Minnesota Vikings, and you're watching the best sports coverage on News OK.
With Box out last week, who would replace Ryan if he had to go out?
Ronell Lewis. And Ronell gets more and more, he showed up on our special teams a bunch the other night, as I keep saying, a very explosive, fast guy that we're really excited about. Every week he gets more and more confident and sure of what he's doing, and so it's positive.
Mike continue to get work with the not the scout team, just
he'll continue to practice and get some work in there.
Is that his benefit, basically?
Just till we know for sure.
Is that a good rule? Do you like the rule that anybody over the age of 21?
I don't know. I don't like it right now, I guess, but for how it's all been handled. But overall, these rules have been in place, and I think we have a good game, and and also I think I would say yes. Then, and overall for the health and well-being of the game, I think overall it's been our game has been handled really well.
Bob, you played down in Florida and know how humid it can be down there. Is there anything extra you guys do? Because there have been teams that have gone down there and think they're in great shape, and then about the third quarter they start cramping up.
Yeah, I think in the end, the fortunate thing I feel is it's October. Yeah, we've already played 3 games. I've noticed most of the cramping and those issues come, and I knock wood that that's the case, come early in the season in the first game or two. And we've had that issue here. Though we've had a different fall than we normally do, we've been out here where people have baked as well. So in the end, I'm hoping all of that together, being later in the year, having a bunch of games not a bunch, but 3 games under our belt, and all that we'll be able to handle it. And and our guys, it's fair to say, through 2-a-days and a good part of the year, we're out in some pretty good heat, ourselves.
Right, but do you do anything extra?
No, I think in the end you pay attention to nutrition and fluids and those kind of things, which we always are. But it'll be an extra emphasis, these 2 weeks leading up to it, that we are taking care of ourselves.
How much does it help that they're playing such tough competition before they play here?
Well, I'm sure it's it is a benefit for them that they've been in those tough games and have handled them. So. We've got to be prepared when we play.
How much does it help you and your coaching staff to see what they do differently and how to prepare for that?
Well, it helps that you see what they're trying to do, of course, and what their philosophy is on offense and defense and special teams. I mean, it isn't like you hold anything back when you're playing that level of competition.
After the game the other day, you said more than Landry, it's important that the people around him play well. Is there what area?
Well, I think so much of the time everyone points to that guy's playing well or he isn't. I think in the end it's how you're supported. I don't care who's in there. If Sam's in there and guys aren't open, or you're getting pressured, or you can't run the football, then he's not going to look good either. So in the end, it's the execution of the offense that allows him to be successful or not, and that's. In all those areas, is there any concern? All of them. We got to keep improving. We still can execute our blocks and who we're comboing and who we're targeting in the run game and who we're picking up on the blitzes can still be better. And than it was the other night, and the other day. So that's what we will push for. To hopefully make some strong strides this week and next week.
Coach DeMarco seems to be really back all the way. Is that?
Yes, but I don't. It doesn't surprise me. That's been a long time. He's. I didn't. I was about to say that I didn't know he left. So in the end, that was through some winter conditioning or some practices. But overall, he's healed up. He's strong and looks good and is playing really well. So.
Bob, with the way Miller played the other day and the way Calhoun has played, you pretty satisfied with the group of running backs you have in the future you have at that position?
Well, again, they have to keep, they have to keep improving. They're doing a decent job, but but again, they've got a long way to go to reach their potential. But they're good young men that are working hard. Yeah, we like them. I love their attitude. So, but I think everyone. They need to get better, and I think it's fair to say it's not being critical of them. It's just they're young.
Did you see some of your defense? I mean, they played well. Obviously, got the shutout, but they didn't. They played well throughout. They didn't have up a cheap touchdown or field goal.
Yeah, I still thought. Again, I still thought going through it, we have some. We have some basic issues that we could have been quite a bit better. And I don't think that's for us. It's not being too picky. Players see it. There's some basic. There's a few, run plays that we weren't in position that we should have been. Same thing with a few of the boot passes where we don't contain it, where we're in a defense that should have eaten it up, and that kind of thing. And so, those are things that guys see on tape, and early in the season we need to get corrected.
Do you think that as you've gotten rid of the penalties and some of the other issues early, you've been able to take advantage of your tempo and the speed that you like to play with last year?
It's helped in the last couple of games. Anytime you're not behind the 8 ball, 1st and 25, you have a lot better chance. I said it before, when it's 1st and 10, you run the ball for 6 yards, and 2nd and 4, that's a good position to be in. But when it's 1st and 20 and you run for 6 yards, now it's 2nd and 14. They're sitting over there laughing at you. That's just not how you want to do it.
Bob, how important and how difficult has it been to try to get some pass game and just kind of change the philosophy without having aggression out there?
Well, it's challenging, but I really think a strength of our offensive staff, Kevin Wilson, and our whole group there has always been to play to our players' strengths, and so that's challenging, but they're working through it, and I think so far have been able to handle it well.
Was the one pass to Rattery in the end zone that he dropped? I mean, it seemed like maybe that would be a little disappointing because maybe if he catches that, it gives him that much more confidence, and you have that target on the field that is a tight end that you can throw to.
Yeah, I think as much as anything, it's experience, and it's just sometimes maybe even with Adrian Tennell too. It's just they're pressing too much. It's like they're making it too difficult. I said that in the locker room. I said, hey, just relax, follow the ball, play ball like you are in the street. Don't everyone's watching me. You make too much of it. Just be natural and catch the dang thing and make a play.
Given the experience and the weapons Sam had his first year, the redshirt freshman, is Landry's start even more surprising than his?
I don't. The choice of word surprising, is maybe for all of you, but I don't know that we want to use surprising, being that you work with him every day, you see what he's capable of, and we kind of feel with good execution, this is what we ought to be doing, so. So in the end, I don't know. Sam did it through the whole year and was pretty special. So I think in a couple of games, it's hard to compare the two. I wouldn't go there.
But he had a lot of experience around him, right? That would be the difference between.
Well, he had more experience a year ago.
With those receivers, though.
Sure, those guys were, I guess, juniors at the time, and Malcolm was still here then, and so it was a pretty good group.
You need to know by Monday or Tuesday next week what those guys' status is, who's going to be the starter, or is it possibly?
I'll deal with that next week. Good try, though. I'll have a different answer for you next week.
What's Brandon Caleb's success? Has it just being healthy, being still in the field, or has he got?
Yeah, he's just a competitive guy, and it's really pleasing to see him coming forward and making more and more plays, and I think he will. That's his nature. He is a very tough, hard-playing guy that continues to make more and more plays. But again, hopefully it'll continue. But I expect him to continue to be that kind of guy.
What's been holding him back the past 2-3 years?
Joaquin Iglesias and Manny Johnson and Malcolm Kelly and a few other guys.